Welcome back to the Hawaii Adventure Race series, coming to you from Kualoa Ranch. I'm Candace.
And I'm John. For those of you who weren't with us on our last show, the Adventure Race series is a grueling 4 to 6 hour sprint event with a variety of disciplines and physical tasks required.
There are 35 2- to 3-person teams competing in this event, and all of them are racing against time, the elements, and each other in order to finish first. When we left you last, the teams were about halfway through the course and beginning to spread out.
Let's check in with the leaders and see where they are now.
In the early stages of the race, the teams with good strength and conditioning were able to do well. Though relatively new to adventure racing, teams Hammergel and Swamp Gas were doing surprisingly better than the favored teams, placing second and third through checkpoint 1. These leads, however, began to evaporate as navigational mistakes came into play. Teams RCI and Too Good Kayaks were dead on, taking advantage and the lead through checkpoint 2. Entering checkpoints 3 and 4, Team Too Good Kayaks was in good position and heading towards their strongest event. Unexpectedly, they turned in one of the slower kayak times of the day, opening the door for Team Navy. On the contrary, Team Lost Boys posted the fastest kayak time of anyone and found themselves in third place heading to the rappel. Team Navy owned the rappel, but teams RCI and Lost Boys performed well and were in hot pursuit of the leaders after checkpoint 5. With the fastest bike transition of the day, Team Navy began to show why they were the team to beat, but Lost Boys also did well and surged to second place through checkpoint 6. As we rejoin the race, let's find out what challenges await the athletes in the remaining stages. When they arrive at checkpoint 7, they'll trade their bikes for the trees as they face a challenging high ropes course. Then it's back on the bikes, and if they're not tired yet, they will be once they make the steep climb to checkpoint 8 at the back of the valley. At checkpoint 9, the teams will use knives and herbicide to kill a gunpowder tree, helping Kualoa to rid itself of highly invasive plants. Once they're done, it's a downhill sprint to checkpoint 10 and the finish line at base camp.
Something out here, you got to slow down and pay attention to the map, because you could be the fastest team, but if you don't know what you're doing, then you're going to lose.
So I think that we're going to CP7, so if we come across this creek right there, we're there, okay?
Pick the ridge line instead of going up the valley. So had we, yeah, big mistake, because then we ended up following every valley up and down, up and down, up and down.
I think I broke my ankle on the first checkpoint.
They added in an interesting team building event up in the back of the valley where you have to work together in a rope scenario through different levels to the top, and each level gets progressively wider and more difficult to get to the top, so you really have to work together, and it was a great chance to, you know, practice our teamwork, and we did fantastic in it.
It was insane. I mean, it was spooky, scary being up there. If you're 5'5", doing that challenge would make a whole different thing. Because I mean, some of the early ones, I'm holding on to his hand, and I'm like, you know, reaching for it, and I can get it. And then towards the end, you just got to do the lunge and grab it, and then, you know.
It wasn't expected at all, and when we got there, I just thought, oh my God. And then as we tried to reach up to each one of those boards, I'm a little too short for that, so I had to kind of jump, and it was really challenging.
One of you are going to be blindfolded. The non-blindfolded person needs to take a baby with them. So you're going to take a baby with you.
This is a bad joke.
This is a puzzle, okay? You have to determine how you are going to go up.
Holy cow.
Good job. Good job.
That was
Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Coming out of the teen challenge where we were up in the trees, that was unreal. We did really good.
I think we were second coming out of that.
Yeah. And then in the back, when we lost that one checkpoint, we couldn't find it. That just killed us, totally destroyed us.
Yeah, the course is pretty tricky in a couple places, and so like we got all mixed up, and we like went up one hill, and then we had to backtrack the whole way, and it really took it out of us. And so we went from like first place to like 10th place or something all at once. And yeah, the course is good. Threw us for a loop a couple times, and exhausted us, a couple huge hills and stuff like that. Just a whole bunch of different things. It was good.
They have some trees growing up there that are not indigenous to this area, so what we had to do was take a knife, cut open the base of the tree or put a hole in it, and then spray some herbicide in there to kill the tree. So everyone's doing that in the trees that were specifically marked.
Started cramping up the last mile. Well, my teammate pushed me through. We had a couple guys with a flat tire, and we were neck and neck with them. And I think, unfortunately, they couldn't keep up because of that. But it was a good race. We had a really good time.
It was a good mix of events, you know, that kind of worked your whole body. And if somebody was strong at running or mountain biking or something like that, it really didn't give them that advantage, because when you got to another specialty, somebody else could catch up. So it was back and forth the whole time. We were up in the front top 5 and then down in the, you know, more than 10 and then bounce back up. So it was really fun though.
That's awesome.
Ooh, nice little walk in the park, huh? Nice job, brother. Good work.
Great fun. The venue was fantastic. The competition was there, and what a quality event they put on. So it was a lot of fun.
Awesome time though.
Yeah.
Totally do this again.
Oh,
It was so much fun.
This is about the most fun race I've ever done.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been a fantastic day of racing, and I'm sure everyone involved is going to feel it tomorrow. Congratulations go out not only to our top place finishers, but to everyone who came out and pushed themselves to the limit. We hope you've enjoyed this presentation of Adventure Race Hawaii Series.
And we hope you join us next time.
Until then, I'm Candace.
And I'm John.
Saying aloha from the Gathering Isle.
Adventure Race Hawaii is brought to you by Jamba Juice and by The Bike Factory, your ticket to ride.